Sheffield Wednesday 5-minute view from the Cop after a high-scoring game at Hillsborough, going down 3-2 to Preston North End. They now sit 5th. Would we have expected to get anything out of the game? Well, I just think we wanted a home performance. After a good performance at Millwall, obviously, which followed the absolutely shocking performance at home to United. There's no excuse for that. So things looked like they were picking up. However, we had to make a few changes to the side. They'd already been saying beforehand that they'd lost a lot of their players to injury. So hence why they'd had a little bit of a wobble recently. However, we've had more than a wobble, and we just can't win for the life of us. So what were it going to be like today? Well, we ended up having to put Palmer went to left back because Max Lowe was unavailable. We had Otugbayo in the middle because Iofa wasn't available, and so we then brought Valerie back to his standard position at the back of on the right of a back three, which I was sort of hoping. There were a lot of people asking for that, really, saying, look, square pegs in round holes, can't we just get him to play back there? He did so well playing internationally there as well. So we went with Cadamarteri up front. Other than that, everything seemed to be pretty similar. Bannon seemed to be playing in probably a more advanced position, seemed to be. We got off to an absolutely cracking start and scored. Charlie McNeil scored, played really, really well. And it all seemed to be looking rosy. They hit us back pretty much straight away with, I think that was the one that they just fired it through a bunch of bodies and scored. I mean, nothing really we could do about it. I'd probably close them down a little bit more. But after 14 minutes, we were 3-0 up. We were 3 goals. We were 2-1 up, and looking like we were just dominating the match. Went into half time, and you just thought, well, leave it as it is. It seems to be pretty good. And then came out second half, and you just hoping, well, just carry on as we are. Although one of the things that I had noticed is that we'd had a few. They were taking a few swings at Amas and Charlie McNeil, who were absolutely running the show. I mean, McNeil with his 2 goals, and Amas just looking like the wizard, the young wizard that he is. So yeah, they absolutely went flying in a few times. We were looking for bookings. Referee didn't seem to be interested either way. You expected that we were going to get first booking, and I think we did. We got a booking for Cadamarteri that was absolutely nothing in comparison. It was like a tenth of the challenge that was constantly putting Amas and McNeil on the floor. They did get a booking. One of their players, big lad, at the back, and going on to as the game went on, they scored a second. It was looking really, really open. We had a penalty, and it was handball by the player that got booked. So you've got to wonder why he wasn't actually yellow carded for the handball, which would have actually then given put it down to 10 men, but wasn't to be. And you just know what's going to happen. So the ball was floating around. Who's it going to go to? Ingleson had it at one point, but then he gave it to Charlie McNeil, and of course with these things, you know what happens. We didn't score. Somebody said it were, as they were coming out, worst penalty I've ever seen in my life. It weren't worst penalty you've ever seen in your life. He just sent it fairly centrally, and goalie went right way and got it. We didn't manage to get to rebound. But then obviously they went up other end and scored. We were absolutely wide open at that point. I just think we looked a bit leggy after that sort of early push. We were fantastic. The crowd were really going crazy, and just we calmed down, and we were still sort of dominating play. I think we ended up with 58% possession, 12 shots with 8 on target. Looking at the play, we pretty much dominated. Their XG, I don't think, was even 1. So you've got to say, yes, there were people walking away going, "Oh, you should have never given it to Charlie McNeil. Lad's on an hat trick, and he's a young professional." Who knows? If he scores, everybody's going, well, great, it's wonderful. If Ingleson takes it and misses, everybody's saying, why not get to Charlie McNeil? You can't win in those kind of situations, can you? But I think you just can't take anything away from the fact that we pretty much dominated that match. And if it were for having a little bit more energy, a little bit more legs, a little bit more options to come off the bench, I mean, we saw a few faces. There was quite a few substitutions. So from our side, Nathan Redmond came on, looked brilliant and awful at the same time. I think lost a couple of balls, but did a couple of good runs and nearly scored himself. Not a bad little cameo. I think he probably wouldn't have been ready for coming on so soon, but here we are. Cooper ended up coming on. Maybe he should have been on earlier, I don't know. Can you really blame us for what's happened? I think we were just wide open all the way through the pitch when they got their winner, and Michael Smith came on for them. Paul Valentin came on for them. Michael Smith got a bit of a boo at first, but then a lot of applause. Can't really dispute the fact that he went. He's not going to stick around in that kind of situation that we were in. Paul Valentin got a warm round of applause. It's good to see, really. I thought both players did very well for us. So I think fundamentally today you've got to say we did well, but again, it's that fragility that you can see where when we're under the cosh, when people are coming at us, we're very fragile, and we really struggle. So let's just see where this takes us now. We've got a couple of away games. Derby at home, next home game. I think it'd be just nice to get a couple of the young lads back. Chalabar, what's happening there, I've no idea, because he should be back by now. Pierce Charles, when are these players going to be coming back? I think with a few players back, with the recruits that we've got in Cooper and Redmond, and the way that some of the players are settling in, got to give a shout out to Sean Fazier, who I think he's really settling in to playing for us in that position. Good on him. It's nice to see Valerie back where he belongs, at the back. We just need some fresh legs, I think, when it comes to the middle, and Kadamatri and Charlie McNeil both played well, especially McNeil. Jamal Lowe as well today, I've got to say. I thought that he had one of his better games. I think we were really, really good all over the park, and it's just such a shame to then come away without anything. But anyway, here we are. United won 3-2, we lost 3-2. Till next time, see you later, and up the Owls.